Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James, and I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. However, I'm not just limited to helping you with relationships. So if there are other areas of your life that you're looking to create peace, harmony, or abundance in, then when I am available for coaching again, then feel free to reach out to me. Right now, I currently do not have any coaching services because I am completely booked out. And I'm going to try and bring them back like late July. I just have a lot of emails to get caught up on. Okay, so like I always say, remember, life is not happening to you, it is happening through you. When you become the change you seek to experience, you're going to experience that change everywhere you go. You are showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself. And you're actually creating your reality on a moment-to-moment basis, contingent upon the state of being that you're in and how you are contextualizing and assigning value to the things that are occurring in your reality, really where your awareness is in your reality. And if I could summarize manifesting, I would say it is about really deliberately training your awareness in a new direction and relaxing. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I say manifesting is not a trying process. And this is just my experience. This is normal for me. So I've been seeing some comments on my channel about people that just like doubting manifesting in general. So I'm going to explain what I experience with manifestation and how things unfold in my reality so that you can really get what I mean by it is not a trying process. And really the only way I can do this is by giving specific examples. So I'm going to give you a few silly examples of things that have occurred to me recently. But the main thing that I want you to see here is what I am saying is when it comes to manifesting, you're not going to need to try to attract that thing to you or put any action into your reality to seek it out. So when I say it's not a trying process, I mean, you will literally attract the person, the opportunity, whatever it is, the money, the opportunity to make the money to you, literally, okay? So obviously, once you attract it in, we have to interact in our reality. We have to accept it. We have to take action to accept that thing in. And that's what the other portion of the content on my channel is there for, so that you can actually align to the version of yourself that can sustainably keep what it is that you're manifesting. Okay, so just so that's really clear, when it comes to actually attracting things in, it does not require any action. And like, I'm laughing because this is like literally normal to me. So I get a little bit like confused when I see some of the comments because I'm like, you guys, like you're manifesting all the time. So let me just give you a few examples. Okay. So let me start off with Adam. Okay. So, or anytime I've wanted a relationship in general, and I actually did this with my mother too, I just identified what kind of relationship that I wanted. And I've never really been one to like visualize a lot or script a lot or like put a lot of energy into the manifesting technique, so to speak. I just aligned to the version of myself that I would be if I had that thing. So in every single relationship that I've materialized in, pretty much all I've done is decided, okay, I'm ready for a relationship. So I just get really busy in my life and end up crossing paths with that person that matches whatever it is that I want to experience. And this is actually what happened to my mother as well. I had to write down like a list of qualities that she wanted in a guy, down to like the type of career, like having his own business, having a boat, having a truck, all these very, very specific things. And she just ended up going out to a bar with a few friends and he sat down right next to her and now they're engaged. Okay. With Adam, I was going through kind of a dark period and I just finally like got my shit together and was working out every day and decided literally to stop being sad and depressed. That's really the only way I can describe it. Is I was like, okay, well, I'm not feeling that great anymore and I'm ready for a relationship. So I'm going to start doing things in my reality that I would be doing if I was that version of myself that had a relationship. And there were tons of things that manifested along the way. So I'm going to explain a few stories here that like kind of led up to all this. And what I mean by it's not a trying process. So even before I met Adam, I really decided that I wanted to start working out more efficiently. And I wanted somebody to be, what's that word? Like a nutritionist for me. Okay. And literally the night that I decided that I wanted a nutritionist, somebody to teach me about macros. So how many like calories to eat, what carbs were, what fats were, what all these things were. one of my friends that I had not spoken to in literally 3 years, she's a registered nurse and she's going back to school to be a nutritionist, randomly DM'd me on Instagram saying, hey, I'm going to school to be a nutritionist. Do you want me to help you with macros? And I literally laughed because I was like, wow, that was pretty instant. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. So she sent me like a whole form and I pretty much figured out macros from there. Again, not a trying process. It literally came to me. Okay. So that was like something along the way before I met Adam, because by the time I met Adam, I was working out every day. I had like my macros down. And it was really interesting because I remember being at the gym at that time and I was working out listening to affirmations about stoicism, which is like a very specific topic. And so when I met Adam, he was talking to me about stoicism and I was like, what is going on here? This is definitely a synchronicity. And so then once we started hanging out, we had literally the same workout schedule. We both counted macros. We both had the same mindset. And I was like, oh, okay, I definitely manifested you. So for me, there's always like key signifiers of like when I manifest something and I can identify it pretty quickly. Okay, so that's again, I did not try to make that happen. I was just working out every day. And then he showed up in my reality and there was a synchronicity, which is why I gave him my attention. Because when I'm single, I'm not really like, I don't really put myself out there too much. Like, okay, yeah, I'm attracted and I'm just going to do my thing. I don't really like put myself out there that much. If I wanted to, I could. It's not a problem. That's just not really how I operate. So let me give you a few other examples of it is not a trying process that have occurred to me recently, because you guys, like, at my point in my manifesting journey, like for me, whatever I bring into my awareness, like instantly shows up in my reality. So when I tell you it's instant, I'm not just saying that because, oh, it's really cool to say that. No, depending on where you are in your awareness and how much resistance you have to that thing, you're either going to see it instantly show up in your reality, or you're going to need to take some time to drop it from your awareness so that you can normalize it so that it can manifest. So a few other things that have happened to me recently. The other day, I really wanted to go on a vacation. And so I was looking online to cruise to Alaska. I was looking at going to Zion National Park. And then I was also looking at going skydiving. And I was looking online for like an hour or whatever. And then I just decided to drop it. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just let this manifest. The next day I was going to Los Angeles. So I had to get into an Uber car because I didn't have my car at that time. And it was a 45-minute drive. And pretty much to sum it all up, my Uber driver was like, yeah, the last person that I had before you, I just dropped off. They went skydiving. And then as we were talking, she's like, yeah, I went on a cruise to Alaska 3 months ago. And next month I'm going on a trip to Zion. And I just laughed because I was sitting in the back seat and I was like, wow, great. I'm just literally having like a conversation with myself then. Again, I didn't try and manifest that in. Now, that would be considered like a birds before land because obviously I didn't manifest the whole thing. But those are the things where it's like literally the very next day I get into a car and what are the chances that my Uber driver is dropping off somebody to go skydiving and literally went on a trip that I was just looking at and then is planning on going to a trip. It's just like, then it was hilarious because over like the 4th of July weekend, I was with my family and I was telling my mom about this. And my very first client on Monday FaceTimes me from Zion. And I'm like on FaceTime with her or Zoom, because I always do all my my coaching meetings through Zoom. I was like, oh my God, that's a really beautiful background. She's like, yeah, I'm in Zion National Park. And I was like, wow, that's actually really funny. So again, another birds before land of like something coming into my reality. And let me give you like another example. I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this person actually watches my channel now. So hi, if you're watching. I really wanted to get my hair bleached. Okay. And I was like going to salons and I was trying way too hard. And I was like, you know what? I'm so over looking like this. I'm trying way too much. I'm just going to manifest this. I was like, I really want somebody to come to my house and do my hair for me. And so I really dropped it. I was like, it's just going to come to me. I don't have to worry about it. And I had to go to the mall again. I still didn't have my car at this time. So I was taking an Uber to the mall because I wanted to go get a COVID test. So I ended up going to the mall. While I was at the mall, my phone died. And so I was like trying to get an Uber home and literally like no Uber cars were like coming. And then my phone died and I was like, great. So this sucks. So I had to literally stay at the mall for like 45 minutes, pay somebody to charge my phone. It was ridiculous. And then my phone is back on. I order an Uber car and finally my Uber driver comes. And I laughed when I got in her car because she had like a crown on her dashboard. And then she had like a face mask that's like Queen on it. And then she had like a whole bunch of little sayings like, let it go and trust. And so I got in the car and I was like, oh, this is totally the car for me. And I told her, I was like, this is actually like what I teach online. So I was laughing. So anyways, we're driving back to my house, and literally right as I'm getting out of the car, we're having a conversation. She's like, oh, by the way, I do mobile hair. So if you ever want your hair done, let me know. Boom, right there. So I was like, oh, great, because this is actually exactly what I wanted. But this is where you guys have to see, like, when I say it's not a trying process, I could have never known that getting in the Uber to go to the mall and then it like delaying by 40 minutes would have led to me to that. So when I manifest now, or when people tell me like, oh, what do you mean you don't have to try? Like, obviously you have to go and try. Well, no, you actually don't. You actually really don't. When you actually master manifesting, you don't have to try. You will literally attract it to you. Now, obviously, I had to call her and be like, hey, could you please come cut my hair? Right? Like, but I attracted the opportunity to me. Just like with my channel, I don't tell people to like or subscribe. I have done absolutely no advertising for my channel. And you guys, I started posting videos on this channel again, like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And literally in the past 3 or 4 months, I've gone from like 2,000 subscribers to 25,000 subscribers with no promo, literally coming on here, hitting the live stream button and giving everything away for free. Because I really understand that, and really, I put all the answers on my channel for free because I want you guys to really see how simple manifesting is. You decide what you want, you go about your day, and you will literally attract it to you. So I get kind of perplexed when I see comments of people saying like, no, it doesn't work like that. Or what do you mean not trying? I'm like, what do you mean? This is like, for me, it's normal. So I get confused because I'm like, why are you trying so hard? Or what do you mean you have to try really, really hard? Anytime, even too, when I've manifested jobs in the past, I remember when I worked in retail back in like, gosh, this was like 2013. I had a cat named Aldo. I still have the cat. And I really wanted to work at the shoe store, Aldo. But I was working at another store, and my store manager ended up getting transferred. Like, she got hired at Aldo and literally just took me there without me having to apply, without me having to think about it. Like, there's so many examples that I could bring up, you guys, that I've manifested with just like, oh, yep, that's what I want. I'm going to move on with my day. And then it manifests into my reality. It's the fastest way to manifest. And so when I tell you there's no trying required to manifest, what I'm saying is there's no trying required to attract the thing to you. Okay. Like the person. So this is why I say to you guys, stop trying to get their attention. Stop trying to post things online. Stop, like, you're not in the state of being to attract it in from that state. When I attract things in, I just know it and I move on with my day, and then I get movement. I'll get the person showing up in my reality. I'll get the opportunity showing up in my reality. I'll get the following showing up in my reality. I mean, even before, the whole way my channel manifested was actually really hilarious too. So I guess we'll just go into this story as well. So pretty much I decided I was going to manifest being on YouTube, and I had absolutely no following. And I ended up joining like a random Facebook group for manifesting that had about 4,000 members in it. And it was a pretty popular like Facebook group. And again, I'm like brand new. And within 2 days, I was like, you know what? They're actually going to make me an admin. And literally in 2 days, they made me an admin. And then right after that, I was like, you know what? They're actually going to close this Facebook group, and they're going to, like, everybody's going to want to join, like, have me make a Facebook group, and they're going to want to come to my Facebook group, which literally the next day, the person that owned that Facebook group said, yeah, we're actually going to close this Facebook group. And everybody was literally telling me you should make a Facebook group. So I ended up making a Facebook group, and pretty much from that point forward, I was like, okay, they're going to want me to make a YouTube channel. And literally everybody was telling me you should make a YouTube channel. So it like instantly manifested. The opportunity to make the YouTube channel and the following instantly manifested without me having to try to make it happen. So I was able to materialize a following pretty quickly. So the whole point that I'm trying to make here is when you actually align and you're applying these topics, you're going to see that you don't have to try to make things happen. Obviously, I'm putting some action into my reality, but when I say it's not a trying process, you're not going to have to try to attract it to you. You're genuinely not, okay? Like, I wouldn't be coming online, putting my face online, saying this if I haven't experienced this over and over and over. Like, it's just normal for me. So again, I get kind of confused when people tell me like, oh, this doesn't work, or no, you have to try. And I'm like, no, you guys, like, literally you don't. Like, you just don't. That's just not how it works. That's not how manifesting works. So with that being said, this is really, 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 really important, especially if it comes to a relationship, because a lot of people are I don't want to firm this in, but a lot of people are thinking that they're not trying, but you're thinking about your person every single day and you're like looking and you're waiting for them. You have to genuinely know it's done and move on with your day and allow for them to come to you, which means you stop trying to make things happen. And it should be a really relaxing, enjoyable state of being, because if you know, wow, okay, I literally don't have to do anything. I can go do anything else today and that's going to come to me. That's a pretty amazing like state of being to be in. And you should feel really relaxed and like, oh, I can literally go do anything right now and I don't have to worry. And that should feel empowering. That should feel like, great, like, yeah, it's actually done. And that's going to be where you actually see movement. But where I see people get kind of confused online is they don't actually believe in manifesting, or maybe they're not fully understanding what I'm saying when I say you don't have to try. And second, they're not actually aligning to that space of like dropping it and allowing it to be attracted to them. So if you're like worried about the person every single day, if you're waiting for them, if you're trying to convince yourself that it's done, then you're not actually like in that end state. So when I say it's done, when I say circumstances don't matter, when I say none of that stuff matters, what I'm really telling you is that your focus shouldn't be there. If it's actually done and you're not focusing on circumstances, that means you're going to be going and doing anything else in your reality that feels good. You're just not even focusing on it, which allows it to manifest. Okay. So I don't want you to be sitting here all day telling yourself it's done. This person loves me. This is happening right now. When I'm saying the circumstances don't matter and that it's not a trying process, I'm telling you to literally go do anything else in your reality, build really good beliefs about yourself, enjoy your life. And you're going to see, as you stop thinking about this person and trying to make it happen, it will actually be attracted to you in your life. Okay. So I hope this video gave you some clarity. I hope you enjoyed some of my little stories that I told here. Again, everything that I teach on my channel is personal experience with manifestation. And for me, it's really not a trying process. I mean, I could literally write a book of the amount of things that I have manifested. And some things are like really, really instant and deliberately instant. Like, I'm going to deliberately manifest this right now. And I tell myself to drop it, move on with my day. In the same day, I manifest that thing at exact locations too. Okay. So I wouldn't just be coming on here to tell you this because it's wishful or hopeful thinking. It actually does work if you can apply these topics, but it does require you to relax. And that's what the breath work is for. That's what meditations are for. When I say your number one priority should be stability, that means you need to create a structure for your day where you can feel good, where you can feel relaxed in your reality, where you can feel confident and joyous in your reality, and place your focus elsewhere so that you can allow it to manifest to you. That's really, really important. So if you're not doing breath work like each day and you're not doing anything to help yourself feel better and feel stable and feel trusting and feel secure within your reality, that's a huge component. Sleeping with the beliefs on at nighttime really, really helps with that. But you're going to want to add some things in consciously, because if you're sitting here waiting all day, waiting for text messages, waiting for these things to show up, that's not the feeling state that you would be in. Really what you need to do is like move on with your day and enjoy your reality. And as you move on with your day and as you enjoy your reality, it's going to manifest. Again, I just want to reiterate this here. This is why I don't have a Facebook group. This is also why I don't offer the 1 month coaching anymore either, because you guys want to take these topics and just integrate them into your day and keep it moving. You don't want to go on like a whole healing journey. You don't need to go into these like Facebook groups and all this stuff. Like, you just want to integrate these mindset shifts and keep your day moving, and it's going to manifest. Okay. So there's so much online where people will say you need to go do X, Y, and Z and like do all these crazy meditations and go on this crazy healing like journey, and like, no shade. Okay. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. But really where I've had the most success is deciding I don't feel like feeling like shit anymore. I'm going to get what I want. And the version of me that's going to get what they want isn't going to be sitting here essentially crying over my problems or feeling like crap. I'm going to be doing other things in my reality. And I say this with so much love. Okay. There's like, really, I say that with so much love, because sitting there like feeling like crap really sucks, and it takes a lot of discipline to pull yourself out of that state of being. And there have definitely been times where I got stuck in that state of being, and then once I finally kind of hit that rock bottom of like feeling like crap, I finally was like, okay, I literally cannot take this anymore. I'm gonna just do something else. And it's every single time that I've decided to like engage with my life again and feel happy and joyful in my life again, I get such fast movement in my reality. Okay, so you want to be very mindful of how you're spending your time each day and really see like, what are you prioritizing? If you're scrolling on Facebook all day long, if you're in Facebook groups all day long, if you're watching like tarot card videos and all this stuff all day long, that's, in my opinion, that's not the version of you that's going to have what you want. You want to deliberately align to the version of you that has what you want, which in my opinion is feeling secure, is feeling stable, is enjoying their reality, hanging out with friends and family, like embracing life, and also building the best beliefs and integrating things throughout the day to help yourself relax and feel secure and feel trusting in your reality. So that is my suggestion for you all. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I saw that I hit 25,000 subscribers today, so I really, really appreciate that. And I love you all so much. Remember to be gentle with yourself. Remember to, again, prioritize your stability, and just remind yourself, I don't have to try to attract it to me. Yeah, of course, when you attract it in, I'm going to have to accept it and interact with my person. Or, if you're building a business, you're going to have to, interact and do that, but you're not going to have to attract the opportunities to you, or even like the certain dollar amount. There's been times in retail that I used to like trip out my regional managers because I would go into work and I would have like a specific sales goal. So like this was actually when I worked at Aldo. And let's say like the sales goal was like $1,200 for the day. And then they had like a whole bunch of other different goals, like 4% shoe care or something. I can't remember the words now, but I would have these very specific goals. And I was like a store manager at that time. So I would send my regional manager an email at the beginning of the day, and I would literally double my sales goal. And I'd be like, this is going to be what I do today. And I just dropped it. I just knew it. And literally by the end of the day, the numbers that I would send her would be the exact numbers that I would end at. So much to the point that they would be like, no way, you must have like bought this with your card. We're going to go through the transactions and make sure you didn't buy this. Now, when I did this, actually this day that I did this, I remember I was like a little bit far away from hitting those numbers. And it was like 10 minutes before the store closed. And I was like, nope, it's happening. It's totally done. It's totally happening. I'm not even worried about it. And like 5 minutes before the store closed, somebody walked in and bought enough to literally hit those numbers. So that's also why I say, no matter what your reality looks like, if you can hold that knowing, and holding that knowing means you're not like genuinely stressed about it. Like you're really relaxed and you're like actually in a knowing state of being. So you have to check yourself, because if you're trying to tell yourself, I trust, but on the inside, you're like kind of freaking out and you're not believing it, you're going to get whatever result your state of being is. So again, what I was saying though, is like money amounts, you can attract in specific money amounts. I've done that tons of times as well too. So there's no limit to what you can manifest. The only thing that it's really contingent upon is your state of being, how relaxed you are, and how much you trust and believe. If you actually trust and believe, then you're going to be feeling pretty good. You're going to be feeling pretty confident, and you're going to see that you always get that result. But you have to be really honest about that. Again, if you're on the inside not actually believing and you're not actually trusting, then whatever you're feeling on the inside and whatever you are like worried about, that's going to manifest. I'm going to use one last example here because I know you guys can relate to this, okay? How many times have you gone out into public and been like, man, I really hope I don't see this person. I really hope I don't see this person. I really hope I don't see this person. And then you bump into that person, right? That is you manifesting that. Like, what are the chances that you bump into the one person that you're trying not to see? And that's where you have to see how powerful your fears and your worries are. So if you're in a fearful or worried state of being, you need to sit down and do breath work and really prioritize stabilizing yourself, because you can't fake that. Like wherever you are in your state of being, that's going to be what you get. And if you're not dealing with what you're feeling on the inside and you're like distressed in your reality and you're shoving it down and you're trying to tell yourself that you're not distressed, you're not going to be happy with your results. This is why I say the number one priority when it comes to manifesting is stabilizing your state of being. You have to be honest with yourself, because once you're honest with yourself, you can actually implement some things each day that help you feel better. that help you feel better and actually believe, oh, wow, yeah, I don't have to worry about this. I can go do anything else right now. And that's going to be where you actually get consistent results. Okay. Alrighty. I love you all so much, and have a good night. Bye.